We're live, baby. Let the games begin.
Let the games begin. Amy Roko,
Hi.
thank you for joining us on the Rice Pudding Project.
Thank you for inviting me.
It's great to have you here. Big fan.
Thank you.
Although I'm not sure 100% what it is you do because you do many things.
We can
You're a
fix
talented
that.
person. You are multi-talented.
Multi-potential.
Obviously, I know you more because my son is a huge fan of your music.
Okay.
Which I know you from your music, but
Yeah.
obviously you have the comedy
Yeah.
background.
Yeah.
So, you explain what it is you do.
I do a lot of things. For me, it's like, I think once I got into this, like, I don't know what you can call it, this space
Okay.
where I can do fun stuff,
Mm-hmm.
do events, meet people, work on projects, film. I can't define myself in any other way other than I'm here to have a good time. You know, I like music. I love music, actually.
Okay.
I love comedy. But if you ask me what are your main things, I'd say like music and comedy.
Okay.
Anything that has to do with music, anything that has to do with comedy, count me in.
When did this start?
My God, as a kid, I was like, when I was a kid, I used to walk around the house looking for a place where I could hear like the echo of my voice because I wanted to yodel. Like, why is he laughing?
Because
I wanted to be a yodeler.
When I hear yodeling, I think Alps and
Yes.
the funny outfit and yodeling. I'm not even gonna try.
Yeah.
So please, you yodel
Yeah, I do right now.
if you want.
Wait, okay, but I mean, it's been 20 years.
Okay.
Like,
So
I used to do that when
why
I was
yodel?
10. It was on America's Got Talent. And there's this young girl with ponytails, and she came. I don't know if you remember. Do you
No,
remember?
but she's like Pippi Longstocking or
Yeah,
something.
and
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
like super blonde, and like she was so cheery, and I'm like, I see myself in her. I'm like also very happy and poppy.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, I'm gonna be a yodeler. This is gonna be my life now. Alhamdulillah, thank you God. And then imagine 2 weeks of me walking around the house going, yodelay hoo, yodelay hoo, and no, yodelay hoo, everywhere. I wanted my voice to be heard from every, I wouldn't say mountain. I'd say we have desert. Every desert, you know?
Every dune.
Yes.
Okay, what did your parents think?
Oh, my dad was pissed. My dad was angry. But he wasn't pissed because I was singing. He was angry because it was just so horrible.
But that sounded good though.
I mean,
To be fair, that did sound good.
I mean, it took years of my life to be a yodeler, but here we are.
And
You have tears in your eyes?
just like it's one of those like, no offense, but you don't consider like yodeling to be a
My life. It's my life. Like, that is what I'm born to do.
yodel.
No, when I was a kid.
Okay,
you know? Like,
that
I
was
like,
what you.
Yeah. Like, I was like, yeah, for us, at that point, I wasn't allowed to, like, you know, like, do a lot of music because, you know, my parents were very strict. Like, no, don't
Okay.
don't do this. But then at that point, I was like, okay, when they're out of the house. So I would go into the couch. The couch was, like, layered, you know. So I would go in and I'd go, and like, you know, just trying to go as high and loud as I can. But my parents are outside, like they're outside of the house. I'm good, but just to be safe, you know, like if they're close and I'm like yodeling, they're gonna.
So that was where the music started.
Yes.
Sorry, I just yodeling. Influences.
I'd say
Because I was gonna say hip hop for sure, but like obviously not.
no. It was I mean, I rap now.
Yeah,
Because
that's what
it's
I mean.
fun. Yeah, it's fun. But I think I liked anything that's like disruptive, like when it comes to music. Even when I do a little bit of like, I dabble, not production, to be honest. I just go to a producer and tell him, can you make it loud? Can you make it? But just the fact that I can play with music is like so delicious. Like it's nice in my ear, you know?
Okay.
So, but if I say how it started, Mr. Albert, when I was in school.
Okay, this is someone in school.
Yes, he was
Okay.
our teacher. He was our English teacher, but I don't know why he taught us piano in class. Because he was like, he would get a song and he would say, like, this is do, re, mi, fa. And I'd be like, whoa, what's up? What's this? This is so cool. I wouldn't know why he's teaching us music in an English class, but works for me. I'd say he's my inspo.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And
He went to
Okay.
jail after, but I still love you, Mr. Albert.
Excuse me.
Yeah, he was going to a Halloween party.
Yeah.
And he wore a woman dress.
For it was his thing, or that was just for a chat?
No, he wasn't. You're not allowed to dress like he was. Just so it was a disaster. He wasn't supposed to. Even I looked at the dress and I was like, oh. I mean, I would never.
Wait.
Yeah.
Like he wore like an abaya, or he wore like
No,
high heels and stuff?
No, provocatively. Yeah. It's cool, and they took him to jail.
I'm sorry, Mr. Albert.
No, I'm sorry, Mr. Albert.
And then he was there for how long? Or we don't know.
Oh no, he didn't stay for long.
Oh, okay.
Like I think they just sent him, and then he didn't know.
And then bye.
Yeah, no, he wasn't bye.
Oh, he was okay.
They just made him sign like a blah, blah, blah. But he was out, and he went back to teaching us music again. That was
in English class.
Yes.
Okay.
So it was great.
Okay, so there was a classical influence of music, and then you got into your big break, like, but comedy became your thing. Right. Yeah. How did that?
To be honest,
evolve?
I'd say personally, it was Eddie Murphy. Yeah. Like when he did Delirious.
Yeah. Was that the red one?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it was. I mean, I'm not sure, to be honest. I just used to search it on YouTube.
Yeah.
And, but like for me, I don't think I've ever seen someone so effortlessly hilarious. Like you'd feel like you look at him and you're like, this is not practice. He's talking to me, And I was like, yeah, that's. And then and then after it was Dave Chappelle, and then after that it was Russell Peters.
Okay.
Like all these really cool people. Like I was watching them and I'm like, oh my god, it's like, but I love the whole package.
Okay.
Like they're doing the fun part, which is the comedy, the jokes, but their stance, how they act. You could feel their brain thinking while they're telling you these jokes, but it's just so smooth. Like I want to be like that when I'm talking.
Okay.
So it's like, it just looks amazing.
Were your parents funny, or are your parents funny?
I think they are, in a different sarcastic way.
Okay.
You know what? What's parents funny? Like not that. My dad didn't have.
My parents not funny.
No, I think I am. So I think. Again, I'm also very competitive.
Okay.
So when I saw that my parents were the only funny people in the house, I was like, you got a new player in the house.
But you make them laugh?
That's when I won.
Oh, you did make
when
them
they
laugh.
were chuckling, when they were having those big belly laughs, I was like, hell.
But you think your dad was like, at least it's not yodeling, so let me just laugh at this?
No.
No, he was legit laughing?
No, he was legit laughing because I'd make fun of him. That's like when you make fun of your parents and they laugh, it's survival, right? Like you're doing something.
Yeah, because there's a fine line.
Yeah, there's a fine line.
It could be the belt or it can be a belly laugh.
Yeah, so when you see you know what? You know what's like an art is that when you get too close, you're a bit dangerous.
You're like, is it too much there? And then there's a pause in them and they look at you and they're like,
they laugh.
And then they laugh.
Yeah. That one.
Okay, all right.
That is my favorite. That one is like,
When did you start doing things on the platform? On the platform?
I think 2013, 2014, but on Vine.
Oh, that was...
Yeah.
That was on Twitter. That was, I would say the Twitter. That was Twitter before it was... The 10-second videos, right?
6.
Wow.
Yeah. It was an art. What can I say? At 6 seconds.
Be modest.
Yeah, like my phone was like a toaster, like everything was pixelated, no lighting, no nothing. You could barely even see me. You could just see like two white, the whiteness of my eyes. That's all you could see. Everything else was just black.
And it was all Arabic content?
All Arabic, but I also did English as well.
Okay.
But I think my content was a bit too violent for...
Violent?
Yeah.
Okay, please, now.
Oh, so so I used to go to college at that time.
Yeah.
And so
and
everything...
beat people up? Like
no, I was just stabbing all my books. So I would spend like 3 hours trying to like put this like huge knife into a book so that I'd be like, this is what I want to do. Yeah, I was an emo back then. We're not about that life now. I'm a soft girly.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, knife?
Knife.
From?
I don't know.
You just carried a knife around with you?
No,
or
no.
your school had knives?
No.
Your English teacher taught piano, but then he also had like array of butcher knives.
Yeah, no. I was in college back then, so like at home. I would make sure when I go to the store to buy like things that I need for the house, I would buy like the biggest knife. No, it wasn't anything violent. It's just that I in my head I believe the smaller the knife, the more dangerous it is. But when it's big, you could see it, so you wouldn't hurt yourself.
You thought the smaller the knife, the more dangerous.
Yeah.
See, I think differently.
No, the bigger it is, you see it. It's right here, you know?
Yeah, see, a butter knife doesn't scare me now. Meat cleaver scares the shit out of me.
Yeah.
But, like, so you would buy it and then take it to college?
No, I would, no, I wouldn't. I would do all these videos at home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were, like, in classroom, like an auditorium, like, stabbing a book and be like, hey, professor, now I dare you not to give me an A. Like, kind of, this lecture was boring.
I was a good kid. I got high grades.
Okay.
I was the second in university.
Okay. Where'd you go to university?
In Saudi, back in Saudi.
Okay.
Yeah. But I was like the second student. Like, I had a 0.5, just a 0.5 to be the first.
Okay.
But, you know.
What were your favorite classes?
I didn't have any favorite classes. I just went because I had to. Sorry. My parents are not going to like that one. They're like, they're all about education and studies. And I'm like.
You got a degree? You did everything?
I did. Pre-med.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I worked for 3 years.
In the medical profession?
In the medical profession.
Okay. What were you gearing towards?
To be honest, I wanted to continue. I wanted to be a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God that didn't happen.
Why?
Because imagine just, getting a patient and trying to make them laugh.
The blood doesn't bother you?
No.
Oh, really?
No, you know what used to bother me? Like, I was okay with, like the needles, with everything, you know? It's just the smell of blood.
The smell of blood?
Yeah. At some point, you start realizing blood has a smell, and that's scary.
Maybe I've just not been around blood that much.
Yeah,
or that
for
much
sure.
blood.
No, you haven't. Because, we use a lot of alcohol, so everything's just, antiseptic and everything's antibacterial. But once you start knowing what the scent of blood is, that's so scary. That's when you're like, I'm in too deep.
Because, like, whenever I see, like, it's not even horror movies, but whenever I see, like, any type of cutting, that's like, I'm done.
I don't like it either, because it feels like, I'm like, oh, that's done so unprofessionally. Like, like, can you just cut the person, like...
Oh, that's what you think? You're
yeah.
Like, oh, they're doing it wrong.
They're doing it wrong.
No, I'm just like, why are they doing it?
Yo, you know what's even more hilarious? Seeing doctors on TV. So bad.
Really?
It's hilarious.
Because I love I like House, Grey's Anatomy. I love that stuff.
Yo, The Resident. I've watched it all. Listen, there's so many doctor shows, and every time I look at it.
Which is your favorite?
House for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hugh Laurie.
Yeah, but there are a lot of things that they were doing. Like, there's also Scrubs. There's a lot of really good shows, but...
I don't think anyone's looking at that and being like, oh, they're doing things wrong. It's just, that's a complete different...
Probably. But House was fantastic. Not accurate, but fantastic.
Really?
Not accurate.
See, I'd watch that and then be like something like my knee would hurt. I'm like, do you think I'm going to die from this? Because something happened? You know, like that whole way he connects it and things like that?
Yeah.
And you just wonder, how does a doctor know, like...
Sometimes the connections make sense. But, like, sometimes I'm like, what was that? What was that?
Sounds like you had a very fun, cool, active childhood.
No.
No?
No.
No?
Not at all.
So all of that,
that's all inside my room. Like, this was all in the house. Like, I felt like I missed a lot. Like, when I went to summer school, for example.
Where'd you go to summer school?
Jeddah. Right, so in Jeddah we used to go to, like, it's not really a summer school, it's like an Islamic kind of summer school.
Okay.
And I was so pissed because me and my cousin, he's a boy, we're the same age. He used to go to the guys one, but they would send him trips into the desert, or they would take them to, like, some resort or blah blah blah. And for us, they're like, today is open day, you can cook and bring your food today. Imagine. Oh, I used to be an angry kid. I used to be a feminist at some point.
Wait, the knife kind of gave it away.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I used to be, not anymore.
You don't like to cook?
No. I say this. I used to say this as a joke, but inshallah it's gonna happen. But I'm gonna marry someone who cooks. I cannot do that. I don't have the patience. I don't have nothing. I don't have it.
Do you need someone to marry? Do you need to marry someone who cooks now with all the different apps? You can order whatever you want and touch your finger.
Because but like you also want to walk into your house and you smell like food in the table. Like I hope he bakes a little bit too, because like I like me some almond biscotti or whatever. My mom used to I still remember when I was a kid when my mom used to cook and the first thing, like, he opened the door and the food smells amazing. And then after we have like lunch, she would have like a baked biscuit or whatever. Oh, it's so good. It's a lovely memory to have. So I want my kids to have that as well.
What's your favorite biscuit then?
Wait, you're British. You're not gonna. I like the Italian stuff.
Yeah, but the dry stuff.
Yeah.
You have to dip in tea.
Yes.
Yeah, that like breaks your teeth.
But not when you dip it.
See, because you haven't had like hobnobs or ginger nut.
What's that?
Man.
What's hobnobs?
Hobnobs? See, you haven't even lived.
But
You don't know what biscuits are.
That doesn't sound appealing.
But because you need to have the hobnob. They're buttery. Like, oh my goodness. Like a shortbread biscuit. Have you had one of those?
No.
Scottish shortbread? Butter? Oh, I mean, it's like calories galore,
Yo,
but they're insane.
This sounds like a second episode of rice
pudding. We will do tests of the... we will do tests. Biscuits, please. I have a question here. One of the questions is, what did you used to wear when you were younger? What was the rage?
Listen, nails, like, it's like these small things that make you feel like such a girl. Like, it's like, for me, this is like, when I was a kid, I would see my mom, even when I would see my mom just like putting nail polish, and I'm like, I would have like heart eyes just staring at her when she has that Chanel whatever lipstick, or I'm like, I would melt. Like, I don't know, do you like cars?
Yeah.
So if you see a car that's like, you're like, damn, this car is good, it looks good, don't you have like a little bit of like, your heartstrings just start?
Yeah.
This is what I'm like
today. Same thing.
Bro, I start falling in love, like just looking at all this stuff.
I can understand that, because I used to see my dad shaving, and I was like, oh, this is so cool.
Yeah.
But he was like, no, don't shave. And I was like, why? And he's like, because it's bad.
Yeah.
And I was like, why is it bad? He said, because you're going to regret it when you're older. Delay it as much as you could. But the way he said, I didn't believe him.
Yeah.
So I started shaving when I was like 12 years old, because I was like, a wolf when I was a wolf child.
Yeah.
And beard, like everything, like it was crazy. Like I had like a terrible mustache. I had like everything,
Yeah.
So I didn't know. So I started shaving, and when I started shaving, I put cream all over my face. I'm like up to my, and now I'm like.
Oh my God.
I wish I didn't start shaving.
No, what do you mean?
No, because the earlier you shave, I started shaving too high, so it started increasing the hair growth,
laser.
And now, Yeah, but when I tried laser when I was younger, like when it first came out, it was painful.
Yeah. No, but there's technology now, but because it's trending in Saudi right now as well. Like, what? I see my cousins. Yeah, they get eldest here, and I think here they get laser because, it shapes it up and they look.
See, when you get to my age, like the hair grows in the most weird places. What? It's ears.
Your age?
Nose.
How old are you?
Too old.
Okay.
Look at the grey. This is not cosmetics. This is. I'm 45.
It's not a look?
Yeah, it's not a look. It's just laziness. I can't be bothered to shave. It's a lot of effort.
Oh.
A lot of effort. But laser might be the way.
Yeah, because I like what I saw my cousins doing it, and I'm like, ugh, what are you doing? He said, yeah, I just get this, and I get, I think.
Yeah,
but
the
he
size
has,
and stuff.
Yeah, the size. He's like, I just want to look clean and fresh every day, and he just has to trim his beard, and that's it. And I'm like, ooh. Like, I'm pro plastic surgery. I super am. I swear, for a person like, you see nothing.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I know, but like, it's really crazy.
Sorry. That's I'm trying. I'm like.
I'm 100%. I would like if I felt like something was off. Like I'm going to Korea, inshallah, if this happens.
For plastic surgery?
No, I'll see what the doctor says. Like I don't know, like because I'm not young either. By the way, I'm 32. So, like there's a little, like I want to get this.
I want to be, sorry, I just want to go back a second. Yeah. I want to be respectful. I'm a man, things like that. Like, when you tell a 45-year-old, I'm not young either. I'm 32. I don't even want to do you're born in the 90s?
Yeah.
Fudge.
Listen, I know.
Was Tupac alive when you were born? So I grew up on Tupac and he was dead before. So like for me, Tupac, for you, is like Elvis Presley for me.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, like that's how I see him. And imagine for my brothers and sisters, that's Michael Jackson for them. Because I grew up listening to Michael Jackson. Wait, hold on. I didn't grow up listening to him. I grew up listening to Michael Jackson because my mom sings a lot of Michael Jackson.
Yeah, I was going to say, I grew up listening to Michael Jackson. I went to his concerts.
What?
I went to 3 concerts, back to back at Wembley. Yeah, because I was working as a steward at Wembley Stadium. And it was his history tour. And I worked there and I saw 3 nights of Michael Jackson. And it did not get boring.
No.
Dude, it's insane.
You and I.
It's insane. And I saw people going crazy.
Yeah,
for him.
I remember my mom had videos. My mom used to get the videos, and she would watch the concert.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm pro plastic
So
surgery
plastic
for
surgery.
sure. Yeah, come on, come
So
on.
what should I do?
No, I don't know for men.
I don't even do men do plastic surgery?
Ooh.
Like facial?
Yeah.
Besides the nose? Like
yeah, like I think the eyes they remove because you know who did it? You know who did the
what do you
best?
mean eyes?
They remove the lid, like they make it like fresh.
Why?
You know who did it? Brad Pitt. He had the best his face.
Eye surgery?
Like I'm not sure about eyes, but he did like a facelift.
But doesn't that mean that you're
Yeah, for like I think a week, but then it settles down, and then he look at him now and look at him like 5 years ago. He looks so much better. Do you know about looks? You don't know what's okay.
What's looks maxing?
Looks maxing is basically you send your picture to someone professional who looks max you, which means your looks to the maximum. So whatever face you have, he's gonna tell you, oh, darken your eyebrows, contour your face, do your makeup like this, change your hair color. Basically, he gives you with what you have, and he gives you like the best option for what you need to do.
Isn't that just a makeover?
Technically, yes, but you don't have to go anywhere. You just have to send your picture to someone, and they edit it for you, and you look the best you ever look.
But that's on Photoshop, so that really can happen.
They do realistic stuff. So they're not gonna go like change your nose and like plump your lips.
Oh, okay.
No, they put like, for example, I saw this person she did a looks maxing for a guy. So she's like, he was blonde. She was like, no, darken your hair, darken your eyebrows, and lose a little bit of weight here. And imagine the guy looks like a movie star, and it's like nothing. And I'm like, listen, that's what I want to do. I want to, I want to be look maxed. I want to be look maxed to the maximum where nobody knows how I look, but I'm still going to get look maxed.
So how does that work? Okay, explain that.
Yo,
that's for you and your partner.
No, of course. I go and see my girls. I go to weddings. I go to parties. My family, everyone.
Oh, see, I don't know, right? So that's another thing. I don't know. Like, I don't know what's the etiquette. Like I don't know. Like when we greet, am I fist bumping? Are we shaking hands? Am I like? So, what's the deal?
So it depends. Usually, when people greet me with whatever, if they don't know the culture, to be honest, I'm just gonna like shake hands or fist bump. But it's just out of respect because I don't want to embarrass anyone, right?
Okay.
I prefer not to touch anyone, men or women. Okay. If I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
But if I have to, I'll just whatever that comes my way.
But with your girl, so this gonna sound weird. So your girls know what you look like. If you're in a closed circle.
Not really. Actually, now looking back, my friends don't know how I look.
The girls don't know.
No, but only because we're always out. We're never in.
But if you're in, it's.
Yeah, I would remove it. Yeah.
But with the family, it's all cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
Brothers, cousins, uncles, or no?
No, up until yeah. Brothers, cousins, uncles, yeah. I'm just being honest. I mean, you're supposed to cover from your cousins, but I don't.
Can I ask about ID?
What?
Like, what does your ID look like?
Oh, also like this.
And then, how do they know that that's?
That my eyes, Chico, they never lie.
The eyes never lie.
I'm joking.
Oh.
You have to have your face.
I don't know. See, that's
you have to put
me.
your face.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But then then no one can see it.
Well, who needs it?
Immigration? Police?
Yeah, of course. But here, immigration, everywhere in the Gulf, they have a niqab lane. A woman who cover women who are like me.
In England as well.
Yeah, they have a niqab lane?
They have a women's section.
No, a niqab lane. Just for women who cover them. Yeah, because it's all covered. That lane is all covered. So people from the back can't see you. But for example, when I go to some countries, it feels like I have to go and everyone's like at the back watching and everyone at the front watching. And I'm like, yo, this is my show now. Everybody, whoop.
And everyone's like, oh, she has a face? Like what?
To be honest, the reaction to most people is just like they look away, which I find very respectful.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But like for example, Europeans or any other nationality that really they just stare at you like they're just look, and I know it's not in a disrespectful way.
Yeah.
But it's just like they're like.
Okay.
So yeah.
Is it something that you were asked to do, or your choice, or and it just became that you became comfortable with it?
So to be honest, when I was a kid, I thought this is what all adults do.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought when I grow up, I'm just going to be like my mom, right? I'm going to cover my face.
Okay.
And then I grew up and I'm like, it always felt like I was still a kid.
Okay.
Until I started wearing it as a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, look at me, I'm a woman now, baby, woo! And I didn't know that I liked it until I started going out and seeing other people's reaction to it. It felt super comfortable for me.
Okay.
And I was very timid.
Yeah.
So when I wore it, I was like, excuse me, what's up? Hey, excuse brother, خويا تعال. هذا. And I'm like so loud and I'm like, oh my God, is this me? Is this
So
my
it's
life?
like your superhero outfit.
Yeah, because I am very timid. And I am, without it, I am very like, you know, so yeah.
Okay.
Crazy, huh?
Okay. All right. Because there's different styles.
Yeah.
I've seen I'm not trying to be
No,
insensitive, but I want to say the metal one, but there's there's another type. It's not cloth.
Yeah.
It's more of a.
Yeah, but that's just fashion. It's
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but like for example, Indonesia, they have their own kind. Like every country has their own like style, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, so you'll see different colors. Like I've seen like in Asia, I think they have like pink and blue and green, and I'm like.
But the color's fine, whatever you want it to be. Or
Yeah.
you have to be. No, you can wear any color you want.
Yeah, but for me, it's just relevant to how like when I grew up, it's always been black, so I just got used to it.
Like, but do you not get hot? That's one thing I
Yo!
sweat like.
Listen, one thing that's crazy is that it changed my face skin type. Like I used to be dry, and then after I started covering my face, I became oily.
Because the sun's not.
I don't know.
Huh.
But yeah, that's one thing that I found crazy. But yeah,
Okay.
nothing crazy. I think. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Interesting. I'm sorry. I've never.
No, I
like,
love
you know,
that. I love that.
like-
A lot of people
like-
don't know actually.
So besides Mr. Albert, who were your favorite people growing up?
Like music wise.
Influences, anything, music wise, comedy. I mean, we know comedy, but like films. Did you have like? I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I started watching movies when I was 16. That's when we started watching movies. And I started watching Indian movies. Woo! Yeah, we started hardcore. Like, whoa. We went in.
The dancing behind the trees and stuff like that. Oh.
I love it.
So you went from yodeling to.
Yeah, yodeling to. Went all the way the other direction. They're incredible at music.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
so good at arts. I'm like, this is my life now.
Okay.
This is my life now. I'm just gonna be a Bollywood singer. No. But actually, like, I started with watching Indian movies, and then Disney and everything else followed.
Oh, Disney.
Yeah, I missed out on Disney.
You missed out on Disney?
Yeah,
You
I
watched
watched-
Disney afterwards?
Yeah, like when I was 17, 18.
Oh, wow.
16, 17, 18, yeah.
Okay, so then did you see like Jungle Book? Like, what were the Disney movies you saw? Or cartoons? Was it cartoons or movies you watched?
I watched Cartoon Network,
Okay.
but only because my dad wanted our English to be, like, really good.
I never had Cartoon Network. Was that like Dexter's Laboratory and stuff?
Yeah, that good stuff, but like that's what we watched growing up. And then Space Toon, then NBC3 came through. But like, I watched cartoons up until I was like 18.
Still watch them now. Kung Fu Panda's my shit. I love it.
Kung Fu Panda?
100%. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I can't wait for the next one.
There's a next one coming?
Supposedly.
Ooh.
I hope. I think they were going up until 6.
Oh.
And it took me the longest time to get my son to watch it. And now he's.
But
he's
what
there.
about Inside Out?
He hasn't watched it yet.
Inside Out. What about Soul?
He hasn't seen it yet.
Have you seen Soul?
Yes.
That's one.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever cried in a movie in my entire life as
Yeah.
Soul.
What's your dream?
I want to be in. Well, I'm going to tell you that I like the show. It's called Rami. Do you know it?
Oh, yeah.
That's my dream. I would love to be on that show.
That's possible.
Possible.
Yes.
What?
Why not?
I don't know how for me it's like the way I think about things is that I just manifest them.
Yeah.
I'm manifesting this happens to me because
You just need to find someone who knows.
someone who knows someone who knows someone.
I'll tell you, it's much closer than you think. 100%. I'll tell you off.
I mean,
after
he's
this.
following me, but like
I'll tell you off camera who we know.
we know.
100%.
But would he do that for me?
Why not? What's the harm in asking?
Hmm?
What's the harm in asking?
That's true.
What are they going to say?
That's true. That's something else that I learned from life.
What are they going to say?
Yeah. You know, you want to know something so cool? I go through this clinic, right? And I spend so much money. We're talking crazy money on like skincare routines. I'm sorry. I spend so much money.
But that just shows it matters for you. It doesn't matter. You don't give a shit about.
I don't. Okay. I really don't. But like,
Yeah.
you have to understand. Like, I've been doing. So I'm talking like 20K.
What? Not one time.
Month.
But for how many? For
a lot. Like, yeah, I know.
Okay.
I know. Because, yeah, my skin is skinning. Anyway.
Okay.
But, so I spent a lot of money. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, because what you said right now, like, I liked it. You're like, what's the harm in asking? So I was like, let me ask them. I was like, hey, guys. They don't know who I am, by the way. Because I usually go just like, glasses. I don't want them to know who I am.
In the clinic?
No, in the clinic, when I go in, because I feel like if they see me like this, they're going to know who I am.
Okay.
And they're going to be like, can you do an ad for us? Or maybe charge me more. I don't know.
Okay.
But just to be safe.
Okay.
So I go in and I go like, hey, guys, can you give me a discount? They're like, yeah, we'll check with management. I was like, that was too easy. And instead of paying that 20K, they gave me this huge discount.
15K.
Like, even less.
Hello?
They're like, because you're a loyal,
you see?
customer and you've been coming for like 2 years. I'm like, why didn't I ask earlier?
Yeah.
Imagine.
I learned that from my uncle.
Bruh. But like, that's so bad. Why didn't I ask earlier?
Why not?
I'm
Because it wasn't the right time. Maybe they would have said no before.
Period.
Yeah.
Period.
And now you can ask.
Exactly. Now I can ask.
So I was 195 kilos. Okay.
Whoa.
Which is like 420 pounds. And I don't even know in stones.
And
I started going to this indoor cycling place.
Cool.
In downtown. And called Flywheel. It's an American place. It closed down now. But I saw this woman walking by. And I say fluorescent blue, but they weren't fluorescent blue, but I'm colorblind. So I just said, this sounds interesting. She was wearing these blue leggings, and I was like, wow.
That's my girl.
I was like, this woman is amazing. This was in August. So I was doing the cycling classes, and then I plucked up the courage to do a class in October.
Cool.
She was teaching something called Fly Bar.
Okay.
It's a bar class. It's like yoga studio with a ballet bar, mirrors, mats, and you do like these like very interesting exercises.
Okay.
I did 6 of her classes a week for 6 months.
Whoa.
She taught 8 classes a week.
You did 6 of 8.
Yeah. You know why I couldn't do the other 2?
Why?
Women's only.
But you would have.
I tried many times, and sometimes the women would let me, and sometimes the women were conservative, like, sorry, we don't. And I was like, no worries.
I tried.
And I tried.
I asked anyway.
And I would, and I would do the classes.
Okay.
After 6 months of doing classes, I asked her to give me advice on triathlon training. We met for coffee, and my uncle was like, ask her out. I'm like, she's going to say no. I'm like, have you seen her? Have you seen me? Have you seen her? He's like, ask her out.
So you were just crushing on her?
Hardcore.
But did you, like, here's my question.
Yeah.
Now, I'm the host of the show.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Rice Pudding Show. Anyway, were you giving hints that you liked her?
I don't know, because when she would see me in class, she'd see me checking out my own legs sometimes. Yeah, I was weird. Like, you pulse, like you're on your tiptoes, like a ballerina. Like, not that I wasn't on my toes, but like, and I was like, and I have nice calves, so I was like showing off, like I was looking at my calves, and I'd be like looking at myself in the mirror, and she'd catch me looking at myself, and I'd be like, oh, sorry, and then I'd do the class.
Oh my God.
And we started talking, and I invited her to my birthday, like 3 months after doing classes, or 2 months after doing classes, and my uncle on my birthday said, "This is the woman you're gonna marry." I swear to God. And I was like, you mean a woman like her? He's like, no, that's the woman you're going to marry. I was like, I said, dude, if you've seen her, look at me, look at her. I got goosebumps now, like thing. He's like, have you seen her? I'm like, no. So after...
can I cry on the show?
I'm going to cry. So after invited to have the triathlon training, I turned up an hour late because I couldn't find the bloody location.
Oh my God.
She's just sitting there having tea. We meet, we talk about nothing to do with triathlon training. Yeah. We go to get her car, walk over to her car. She was drinking tea. She was wearing a white, sweater. We went to the car, and I get to the car, and she's there doing a valet. And I was like, listen, if you don't mind, I know that I'm a client, and it's you can be like kind of like no and this, and it's like I was so awkward.
Okay.
It's like, would you mind maybe having dinner with me? And she was like, yeah, sure, why not? And I was like, really? And she's like, yeah. I was like in shock. I was in complete and utter shock. And I asked. And even after she said yes, I went away. We didn't get a chance to go out for like a week. April 28th was the first date. April 26th is when we got engaged the next year.
Okay.
Like less than a year.
Yeah.
And April 27th, the next day, was when I proposed. Or no, moved in then to whatever. Anyway,
Yeah.
it was like 28th. So yeah, we got married.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And it was, and I didn't, and I wouldn't have if I didn't ask.
Oh my God.
Because what's the worst? You're going to say no, right?
Yeah, but that's like, I like you so much. I don't want you.
Yeah. But
I'm going through something similar.
Yeah. So then what's the point? Why not? So do you feel that marriage will be more freedom or less freedom?
I think more freedom.
Good.
I have faith in who I chose.
It's true.
Yeah.
If you find the right person,
yeah,
you will have more freedom.
Yeah, but I feel like also as human beings, we shouldn't have a lot of freedom.
Explain.
Because it loses its taste. Like, I feel like, for example, in Islam, it tells you how to live life, blah, blah, blah. Why not to, like, don't drink, don't do this, don't do that. And I feel like it's a way of not limiting, but keeping you on track. Because as human beings, we have the tendency to, like, sway, like, you know, with, like, addictions, with this, with that. It's something that we have. And so I feel like always be in the middle. Don't go crazy with, you know, whatever choice of thing you're doing, you know. It's called wasatiyya in Arabic, but if I would loosely translate it, it means middle ground.
Gotcha.
Always be choose the middle ground of everything.
You seem quite upbeat and happy and things like that. Are there times when you feel...
Yeah, the last 3 months, baby. Woo.
Really?
Yeah, I have seasonal depression.
Sad.
Crazy. Yeah. Nah, but like
you should live in the UK then.
I would love it.
No,
I would love it.
No.
Listen, let me tell you why. Because if it's like that most of the time, I would be okay. It's just that the transition is what like throws me off.
You wake up at 8. You wake up and it's dark until 8 a.m. And then it gets dark again at 4 p.m.
Wow.
What?
Sounds like a dream.
Oh my God. Okay.
No, but like seriously, like I have like it's the switch from summer to winter. It throws me off really. It's so bad. But like winter now, like I love it.
I mean, I wouldn't call it winter, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
No,
the
I was in
weather's
Saudi.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
And people don't understand how cold it can be.
It's so cold.
Yeah.
It's so cold.
But
you know, Jeddah is like 30 degrees.
Yeah, but Riyadh is cold.
Riyadh is like 0. Like, welcome. Ice.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah. It's cool.
Love it.
Yeah.
But what do you do to get yourself out of the slump?
I just wait it out, to
really?
be honest.
No tricks, no tips, no like
nothing.
Meditation?
Bruh, nothing works for me. I have high
Music?
functioning. Not even music. You could see my type of music. Like, it becomes just super low and like, you know, everything just goes low.
Really?
Everything is just horrible. But I also have high functioning depression. So like I'd be like working a lot, seeing like people even at my lowest. So I'll be good work wise, but emotionally it'd be like on the floor.
Okay, so you know yourself. That's what you've learned about yourself in your journey.
That's the 30s. Like in the 20s, it's like what's happening to me, and you're like running around. What's happening? Somebody save me! I don't know how to get out of this. And 30s are like we're gonna be okay.
What's the best piece of advice someone gave you in your professional career?
I would say just keep posting no matter what.
Really?
Yeah.
But the quality has to be there as well, or is it just whatever you think is?
Just do what you like. Just keep posting, and don't think about it too much. Because what we do is that we fall into the whole. If we just add, if we just delete,
hashtag this.
If I just did this, if we just send it to this, if we just waited for this, and you kill off all the opportunities by doing that. And one of the reasons why I wasn't posting as much long time ago was like, oh no, I don't feel like I'm relevant. I don't feel like people understand my joke. I don't feel like, but I just kept doing it long enough for people to get either get the jokes or know who I am. Or like right now it's just to listen to, you know, when I post like an ad or music or whatever. So it's like, you just keep doing it until you start finding your people. I feel like I'm a little bit of a niche, like, you know, I'm different.
Okay.
So I feel like, and even my jokes, like when I tried to do something funny on Instagram or like whatever, something that's trending, I tried to do something that's my way, my style, which is not liked. You know, like the last thing I posted was me running, and people are like, "Mashallah, she's running now. Tomorrow she will be dancing," and I'm like,
really?
Imagine, I'm like, whoa, I was running. Like, I
You
was
did
in a
a race.
in a marathon in Doha.
Yeah.
So imagine, I was like, yeah, and I'm like, I'm a New Balance ambassador.
Yeah.
Like, like I want to be a runner. I want to show people that, and I
Yeah.
wasn't able to. And then suddenly they're like, see, she will run today, she will dance tomorrow. I can see her legs through that abaya. And I was like, and I'm not even wearing.
Okay, I saw the outfit. There's nothing to see. It
like,
was.
check out the last video I posted.
The one that they use in Doha.
I was wearing sweatpants.
Yeah, but it was also like it was a huge like.
Yeah, I was wearing a tent. I
was want to say. It
I
looks like
swear,
a tent.
I was wearing a tent. I was like, yo, nobody's gonna see this body. This is mine, baby, or yours too. But like, I had to.
Is that one of the struggles? Like people, like how do you deal with those comments? Because it's like
I
everyone
don't
has an
deal.
opinion.
I don't deal with anything. That's a you problem.
I don't bother you. You don't read.
Oh,
You don't.
bruh. It's been
you-
10 years in this business.
You don't answer.
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, yo, enjoy. I mean, I just act like the comment section isn't mine.
Okay.
So I'm like,
You don't reply back to people like even if they say something positive or anything.
Oh no, sometimes and if it's funny, I post it on the story.
Okay.
I'm like, yeah, you guys, if you make me laugh, pop.
It's okay because you get like thousands of comments and like
Yeah.
it, so it takes a long time to go through that.
I mean, yeah, but if you're funny and it catches my eye, immediately you're in my story, man.
Okay.
I appreciate a good joke, actually, even if it was like a little bit religious, but if it was like not harmful, then you're like.
Okay.
Because I think my favorite one was they call me Batman.
It's a very.
I know, it's my favorite one because I'm like, I wish I was Batman because we at least can see Batman's lips. At least he can breathe, but whatever. Whatever.
Okay, what's the so besides Batman, what's some of the other things that they've called you that you feel comfortable talking about?
I like Batman, but what else do they like? They call me. I don't think they call me anything like funny. Like, for example, I was like, at some point there was a Marvel. I'm not sure if it's Marvel or DC actually.
Mm.
They created a niqab wearing like superhero? Dude, yeah, superhero.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Or was it cool?
I mean, Marvel, DC, what's up? Like,
collab with Rami.
Yeah.
See, there you go. There you go.
Slowly, we're getting there.
Yeah,
we're
it's
getting
happening.
there.
It's happening.
Yeah.
All right. How did your family respond to your fame? Yeah.
They're chill. They're almost too chill. Like, I expected them to go like, woohoo, we have a funny daughter. Yes. But they were like, and? I remember I was like, I'm on the BBC's list of 100 inspirational women. And they're like, for being funny? And I was like,
Yeah.
imagine.
And what they say, you're not funny, or they're like, okay.
They're like, you're not that funny. It's not about me being funny. They're
Is
like,
it the
you're not.
competitiveness because they're jealous that they're
Probably.
because you overtook them in the funniness now, right?
Mom, I know that you're jealous of me and like I'm being super hilarious and you're not. But it's okay. You're my mom and I love you. I'm just saying.
How do you feel the profession is changing?
Every day, bro, there's something new. AI, this, that. You just have to keep up. You just have to, again, I said this, I'm not going to say it again. You just have to keep up. You have to, what's the hardest thing for me is to keep up with the trends.
Mm. Do you have to keep up with the trends though?
I mean, look at my career, but.
But, no, I get, but aren't you technically the one setting the trends?
Not really.
Really?
No, because sometimes this music thing hits. Sometimes it's this topic. Sometimes we're talking about get ready with me. Sometimes it's get unready with me. Sometimes it's about this music. Sometimes this topic. Blah blah blah. So yeah, okay. Not really. Not we can in this region we can start something, but it also you have to keep up with everything else.
And how do you choose your brands? Because loads of people must want to collab with you.
How do I choose?
Yeah.
Depends if I can do something that I find funny, hilarious, music, or something that I actually use. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing that's because you do a lot of music.
Yes.
Yeah, and you've done a lot of songs, music videos, and stuff like that. So how did that come from the yodeling to the Bollywood movies? How did it go into rap? Those are three different.
Yeah, I was doing it as a joke. Like, I was doing it because I enjoy it. At the end of the day, everything I do is because I enjoy.
Yeah, as it should be.
So, yeah, like, yeah. I was I was listening to rappers like Eminem. Eminem was every phone I've gotten, like from my first phone up until I was like, before I had Instagram as a career and TikTok as a career, I've had an Eminem ringtone.
Really?
To my phone. Never. Anything that's Eminem, you are my ringtone.
What advice would you give to the next generation of people who want to become...
I think one thing that I regret about myself is that I don't think I was bold enough.
Okay.
Like you just said right now, like, why don't you ask? Why don't you go, like, inquire? Because when I was a kid, I wanted to be a TV host.
Okay.
Actually, a news channel, like, reporter. That was my dream. Like, I wanted to be, like, classy and be like...
CNN?
Oh. You know, what's her name? Christina Amanpour?
Yeah.
Man. Amanpour? She's a big name in our house. Oh.
She's legit.
Yeah, dude. That's like when you tell me news reporting, that's her. So, yeah, for me, it's like I wanted to be that. And, like, I felt like if I did do the right steps and just asked around, and I was just a little bit bolder. Like, if I went to the channel, if I talked to someone, if this, if that, if I asked around, I think I would have done it. But, yeah, I have a piece of advice is just ask. Just ask, which is something that you said. And, you know, now that I'm, like, thinking about it, I'm like, yeah, just ask.
What was the biggest challenge you faced to get to where you are now?
To get, staying consistent throughout everything.
Okay.
So whether you're going through a good time, bad time, depression, anxiety, you get healed, then you're sick, da-da-da. Like, I remember at one point I was, like, in the hospital and I was, you know, I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to get a surgery, and I'm like, should I put this now or after I come out of surgery? I don't know. When should I post this? And I think being this obsessed about it helped with me staying consistent. Okay. I think so.
We're going to do a wild card question. So I'm going to ask you to pick a can, any can, and I'll...
this one, the white one.
This one here?
Yeah.
That you read it.
Have you ever had an arch nemesis? Were they? And if not, would you like one? How would they challenge you? Arch nemesis. Oh, I had actually. But you know what's crazy? He used to have a really big page. I don't want to say what platform because he's going to know.
Okay.
But he used to post my videos and just really just say horrible things about me. And
tell me his name offline. I'll speak to him.
Okay, yeah, I'll tell you. Because I'll tell you about him anyway. Yeah, he used to like talk about me in a really bad way. And then years later, now that I've succeeded, as they say,
he asked you out.
He came up to me and he was like, hey, I don't know if you remember me, but I was the one who was saying all these things. And I was like, wow, the audacity, you're coming up to me after you gave me all of these, you know, traumas. But no, I was like, oh, really? Is that you?
Oh, you didn't throw it in your face or anything?
I didn't, like, I didn't give him a chance. I was like, oh, I know you are. I was like, kind of starting to attack him. But then I was like, oh, how are you? And I chose peace. And then I found out he works for a really big client. And I was like, I would have fought you if you didn't work for that very big client that I want to work with one day.
Okay.
So maybe you should let me work with the client and then we'll fight. But yeah. But it was like crazy. This was like seeing someone who would say like really bad things about you.
Really?
He really attacked me back then, you know.
But how did you deal with it? You just...
I'm just going to do what I got to do.
Oh, that's amazing. Do you have anything coming up in your life that you want the audience to know about?
Just to watch out for my music.
Your music?
Yeah.
Something dropping soon?
Yes.
Okay.
It's going to be good.
English or Arabic?
It has Arabic, it has English lines, but it's Arabic.
Is it like a whole album we're talking about here? Like it's going to be...
No, it's...
singles.
Yeah, singles. We don't do albums. That was your people's. Your age, not for us. We don't do albums at all. It's a single, you put it on TikTok, it goes viral, you make a lot of money in period. You're not gonna get any money for albums.
Albums?
Yeah, no. What are you gonna do? You're not gonna get anything for albums.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look, thank you so much for being on
Thank you
the
for
show.
having
It's
me.
been amazing. And we'll do another show soon with Pilates and biscuits and, testing out those different types of biscuits. You can bring your Italian biscotti and I'll bring good biscuits. And
Done.
then, we'll use tea.
Done.
What type of tea, first of all?
Oh, it depends like on the day.
Okay.
I like fruits.
With biscuits?
No, with biscuits,
Ah.
your black tea or English
Builder's tea.
breakfast. Yeah.
Builder's tea. Milk with a bit of sugar.
No milk for me.
It's
We're
just
lactose intolerant.
PJ tips. We'll get you coconut milk.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
That works.
All right. Thank you very much.
Woo! Thank you.